Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you all doing? I'm sure you had a great week. And if you don't, hopefully this next week you'll have a good one. It's not every day that are good days. So just a quick one. I went through some of the assignments, that's the user research assignment, and some of you did not show me your link. I want to see your research you did. You just gave me your feedback. I think the
You
first
mean
the
the Google form link we used, right?
Yeah. You can actually share with me for me to see the feedback, the answers based on the survey you guys did. So that I'll be sure that you understand this thing. But I think the first 10 I looked through, there was no Google link. It was just a doc explaining the insight and everything.
I dropped mine. I dropped mine actually.
Oh, okay. And Dami, is it possible? Um, don't worry, I'll drop that message for your WhatsApp.
Okay, no problem.
So let's get right into today's class. We'll be talking about, we started with product vision last week, and then we would round it up with defining OKRs and roadmap. We have so much to do today, so I'll try to make it snappy, so at least before 9 or by 9 we are out already. Yeah, so first thing first, defining OKRs, that's objectives and key results. Say, so what's OKRs? Yeah, I said OKRs are goal setting framework that help organizations and teams define the most important objectives. That's the objectives are the what, and then establish key results, which is the how or a measurable outcome to track progress towards those objectives. So they provide clarity, focus, and measurable targets. All of this English. The objective here is a qualitative, inspirational statements that define what you want to achieve, right? And then the key results are specific, measurable outcome that indicates progress towards the objectives. So, as a product manager, for every organization you find yourself, you would always have to come up with OKRs. That's the objectives for the company, for the team. And then for whatever objective you have, of course, you need to come up with a measurable outcome, how you want to achieve this thing. So yeah, I have an example that says for a software company working on project management tools, an OKR might look like this. So the objective here will be to improve users' engagement on our project management platform. That's their objective. So now what are the key results? Because we set goals, even in our life we set goals, but we don't track all of these things, and if we don't track them, what happen? We tend to not achieve them, or we tend to procrastinate and not meet up with certain deadlines. So for these key results now, it will be to increase, if they want to improve this users engagement on their platform, ways to do it is they will first increase their daily active users by 30% within the next quarter. When I mean daily active users, I mean people that come online, people that use their apps every day, right? Let's say they're having 10%, they must increase. So now what they want to do now is for them to improve their user engagement, they must increase it to 30%. Then they want to reduce the user churn rate from 15% to 8% by the end of the quarter. So what do I mean by churn rate? Churn rate is people that are not coming to the apps. So there are people that will sign up on that app, but they are not coming back. They're not using the products. So in all of these users they have on their platform, they must make sure that even people that will drop off or people that will not even use the app, if it was 15%, they will have to make sure that they reduce it to 18%. And how do they do this? What they'll do is they'll conduct user research to understand, oh, what is the problem? Why are you not using our app? you see that product management really involves around this user research, and that's why I really want you guys to understand this user research, because if you are able to understand user research so well, it will take you far. Then the third key result for this is to achieve an average session duration of 10 minutes per quarter three, right? So using OKRs to set product goals and measure success. OKRs are essentials because one, you set clear priority. So if you have an OKR now, it will force you to choose the most important outcome to focus on rather than getting long in a long list of futures. So what this is just trying to say is um you will just be very focused on the most important thing to do, and you will not be doing unnecessary things, because in as much as you have all amazing features you want to input on your app, it's not everything you can do at once. They are the ones that are most important and the ones that are less important. So you want to OKRs will help you set clear priority by focusing on the most important ones, and then to provide a measurable success, which is the key results. The key results are quantifiable, so you know exactly when you have met your goal. This is very important, and that's why I used our life scenarios. We set goals for ourselves, but we don't actually have, like, we don't measure them. If say you want to lose weight, maybe by you want to lose like 50 kg, or let me say 20 kg of weight, you want to lose 20 kg of your weight. Hey, let me first check if I am still with you guys so that my network will not disappear. Okay. Let's say you want to lose 20 kg of your body weight. Of course, you have to exercise, you have to watch the kind of things you eat and all of that. And it's not like within 1 month you can lose all of that 20 kg, but please, you can set a timeline for yourself that, oh, by the end of March, I want to lose 5 kg. April, you want to lose 5 kg. May, June, you want to lose 5 kg. And by the end of June, you've been able to achieve them. So basically, you have met what your set goal. So here is OKRs will help you provide what a measurable success. Then enhance alignment. What's this saying? When every team member understand the objectives and key results, everyone work in sync towards the same outcome. It's not the one that designers are doing that on another thing, developers are doing another thing. No, if you're able to give if you're able to set out your OKRs, everybody will work in line together, because what they all want to achieve a goal. They all want to meet a goal. Then it will encourage what agility. Regular reviews of OKR allow team to pivot quickly based on performance and market feedback. That's another thing with OKRs. If you're not doing well, or maybe some people are lagging behind, if you're regularly reviewing it, what will happen? You can tell where one thing is lacking behind and where another thing is not lagging behind. Those sectors where things are lacking behind, because you are constantly reviewing them, you can actually fix things together so that you can meet what your set goal at that particular time you have also set for it. So aligning OKRs with business strategies and product vision. So for OKRs to truly drive success, they must be tightly linked to both the product vision. We talked about product vision last week, which is the long-term why, and the business strategy, the overarching plan for competitive advantage and goal. So to align our OKRs with business strategy and product vision, this is a step-by-step process. So firstly, you have to start with your product vision. That's why we discussed about product vision on Tuesday, which, just for recap, I said the product vision is a long-term aspirational statement about what you want your product to achieve and how it will impact the users. I also gave a relatable example here where I said the vision here is to empower team to work smarter and work collaboratively through intuitive and real-time communication. So this vision will set what a clear purpose for the product and inspire the team. If you want to align your OKRs with your business strategy and your product vision, the first thing you want to do is have your product vision first. After you have your product vision, the next thing you want to do is connect with what your business strategy. So just for recap too, The business strategy will outline how the company plan to achieve growth, capture market shares, and create what a competitive advantage. So yes, there's also a relatable example. So okay, this is the main thing I want to talk about. The third step now, it's define the company level OKRs based on the vision and the strategy. Once you have set your vision, you have set your strategy. Now, whatever OKRs you are setting now, you need to make sure that it's defined your company level. It's defined based on your company level, right? So based on company level now, your OKRs can be something like this. Becoming, as I gave this example, becoming the leading remote collaboration platform in terms of user engagement and retention. Remember, we're using a project management collaboration tool as a product here. So the objective here is to become what the leading remote collaboration platforms in terms of user engagement and retention. So what are the key results to achieve this based on company level? One thing they have to do first is they will grow their monthly active users by 50% in 1 year. Then the next thing you want to do is to achieve a net promoter score, which is the NPS, of 70 plus by the end of the year. That's people that are satisfied with your product. Then the third result you want to achieve here is to increase revenue per users. We increase revenue per users by 20% year over year. So these companies level OKRs create the foundation upon which team level OKRs are built. So yes, there's a company level OKRs and there's a team um level OKRs. I give another example here where I said the objective is to improve what's the in-app collaboration feature to boost user engagement. So what is expected of this team to do? The key result here is they want to increase daily active usage of the collaboration feature by 35% in the next quarter, and then launch 2 new features focused on real-time collaboration by the end of quarter 2. Remember, to launch future, it's the team that will do it. It's not the entire company that will do it. It's a particular set of team that will do it. So that team now, you're giving them an OKR that, oh, between this quarter 2, we need to make sure that we have launched 2 features on what a real-time collaboration product. And then the third thing they want to do is to achieve a 90% user satisfaction rate of these new features. When I'm talking about, when what I mean here is, so based on this feature they have created now, to get this 90% satisfaction rate is, the more users use this feature, there will always be bugs. Like, there is no perfect feature that developers will build that there will not be bugs. There would always be bugs. So to get that user satisfaction rate, as users are using the product, they are getting all those bugs. You as a product manager is taking all of those feedback, giving it back to the developers, reporting wherever there are bugs. The developers are fixing it, then they are pushing it back to the users again. Then the users will use it. If you experience another bug again, of course, they will lay complaint to you. You as a PM again, you will take it back to the developer. Developer will fix it again and push it back to the users until when that feature is bug free and users are fully satisfied with what that feature is supposed to do. So each team OKR should be directly linked to advancing the overarching um, company's OKRs. So step 5 now is to regularly review and iterate. So based on all of these OKRs you have set, if if the team or the company gets to meet up with that goal or feedback, you review it, and if you review it, what's next will you do? You iterate, because ideas never run out. You will never run out of idea. That's one interesting thing about product. There's always something in the backlog for you to work on. So that's to say feedback loop. And this is done what? Establish a periodic review section, e.g., quarterly, to assess OKRs progress. So this is one thing I need to say. When you set OKR, does not mean, oh, you have set something, then you just go and sit down and then you are waiting for the team and the company to just achieve them. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to constantly review it to make sure that, oh, Are they actually working towards this thing? If they're not working towards it, you put everybody on their toes so that they can work on it. Then adjustments. You can actually change your OKRs, because if market conditions or user feedback indicate a shift in priority, you have to refine your OKRs to ensure that they continue aligned with both the product vision and what the business strategy. Um, so yeah, I have a relatable example of a software that we are more familiar with. So Google Vision, of course, to organize the words, informations, and make it universally accessible and useful. So um OKRs at product level of Google search. So the objective here is to enhance search accuracy and user satisfaction. What this objective is talking about is whenever you search for something on Google, they want to make sure that it is working, like it is not slow. You're getting what you want. Let's say, for example, you search for what information. Let's say you are searching for a particular location. You're trying to get no location. um you want to understand what the word roadmap is, for instance. Now, what this objective here is all about is they want to ensure that if you search for what roadmap is, they're making sure that they're giving you exactly what roadmap is. Like you're satisfied with the response. Of course, not like you're satisfied with the response, but the information they are getting is about roadmap, not the one that they'll be bringing information about prioritization for you. Do you understand? So the objective here is to enhance search accuracies and user satisfactions. So what are the key results to achieve these objectives? So the first thing they want to do is to improve search relevancies by reducing query related errors by 20%. Yeah, query errors. That's reducing query related errors. Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe you're searching about roadmap, then it should be the only information you are getting, it should be only about a roadmap, not the one that you be getting prioritization there. And then another key result to achieve the objective is to increase the percentage of users who find answers within the first page by 15%. They don't want you to be looking for answer in maybe like the fifth page or something. I'm sure if you're getting your answer in the fifth page, it's not everybody that even have patience to get to that fifth page. They will just drop off, right? So what Google is trying to enhance here is to make sure that whatever you're searching for in that first page, you've gotten your answer already. And I'm sure they're actually meeting up with it. Not 100%, but at least, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, like 6 or 7. So what's the alignment? This OKR supports Google's vision by ensuring that users can access accurate and useful information quickly. So another example is Spotify. So Spotify vision is to unlock the potentials of human creativity by giving a million creative artists the opportunity to live off their arts, and billions of fans the opportunity to enjoy and be inspired by it. I can You can see that Spotify vision is very long. It's not very long, but at least it's long. It's not concise, but it is clear. So you can have something like this as your vision, but it should be also clear, not the one that it will be long and you will not even understand what it's all about. So what's the example? Their OKR here is for product enhancement in the music recommendation systems. So the objective is to enhance personalized music recommendation. I think I spoke about this so much last week, so I will not even want to go deep into it because roadmap is a lot. So the key result here is to increase algorithms by 25%. When I mean algorithms, or you listen to Afrobeat song, whatever song that is coming up next is Afrobeat song, not the one you be listening to. Another, it's not the one that gospel song could be coming into um your playlist. Then another key result here is to boost user engagement with recommended playlists by 30%. Of course, once you are getting your recommended playlist, what's happening is you are feeling good, you're excited about it, right? And you want to stay on the app. Just imagine you just finish listening to one song you like, and then the next thing they just played another one that you like. me and you know that majority of the time you want to listen, you will not want to drop off of the app. Exactly. So um that way they can actually improve what if they can do if when they do something like that, they enhance what the personalized music recommendation, which is their objectives. So the alignment for these OKRs for Spotify is their vision. This OKR supports Spotify vision by ensuring that users have a personalized, inspiring experience that enhance their connection to music. So key takeaway for OKR is this. OKR will give you clarity. Clarity. OKRs will provide clarity for you. So what they do is they will turn all of those ideas, right, and your strategy into what specific actionable targets. All the nice thing you want your product to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years, right? And every strategy that you want to use to achieve your vision. What this OKRs will just do for you is it will be specific and it will give you like an actionable target. And of course, when you have an actionable target, what happens? You're smashing your goals for your product. Alignment is critical, right? So OKRs should be developed starting from the top, which is the product vision and the strategy, and then cascaded down to what individual team. Even your team needs to have what a specific OKRs. You will not just write company OKRs and you think that you are done. No, you need to also come up with what team level OKRs so that they can all achieve the goal for your product. Then measure success. OKRs will measure your success for you. Okay. The quantitative nature of key results enables team to measure progress, learn from results, and iterate as necessary. So it will please your mic on mute. Yeah, speak if you're not speaking. Relatable software example is using examples from well-known companies like Google and Spotify will help you illustrate how these frameworks can drive success in what real world scenario. So before we move to product roadmap, any question? If no question, you can just react with an emoji so that I know that we are all together. Okay. I can tell them, please go ahead.
I don't understand what you just explained.
What exactly didn't you understand?
The OKRs part, the
Okay.
key result, I don't understand it.
Okay. So you're saying that
Thank you.
everything you don't understand.
Not everything. The way you differentiate the objective and the key results. What can we use to differentiate both? Like I didn't really get that part.
Okay, let me show you something. Um, it's clearly stated here in the this thing. So for OKRs, that's the objective. Because remember, OKRs are what objective, key results, objective and what key results, right? So if you want to define OKRs, that's objective and key result, there's a particular definition for everything, which is what it's a goal setting framework that help organizations and team define their most important objectives, right? And then establish key results to track progress towards those objectives. So what OKRs will focus on it will give you clarity, it will give you focus, and it will help you measure your targets. And then now that's a general definition for what OKRs. Well, in these OKRs now, since you say it's objectives and key results, so what is objective? One thing I like to just use for objective is the words. That's why I gave an example of if you want to lose your weight, you want to lose 20%, you want to lose 20 kg. of your body weight. That's an objective for you. But how would you lose that weight? Of course, there are certain things you need to do to lose that weight. It's not that you just sit down one day and just expect yourself to lose weight. You need to exercise. You need to work on the kind of food you eat. And one thing with key results now is, in as much as you are doing all of these things, you need to set should I say um timelines to view your you need to set something that you can actually view your progress. So now, since you say you are losing weight, you want to lose 20 kg. Now you have decided that, oh, I'm not going to eat snacks, I'm not going to eat junks, I'm going to exercise more. Fine. How do you measure this progress? That's where the key results come in. So let's say you set a timeline and said, oh, this 20 kg I want to lose it in, let's say, 4 months. So for every month, what is expected? You should lose like at least 5 kg of weight. If you lose um beyond 5 kg, excellent. But it should not be below 5 kg. If it's below 5 kg, that means there's something you are not doing right. So now you have to now review the stuff you set for yourself, that, oh, I said I'm supposed to go to exercise. You review it. Are you going to the gym every day? Maybe you said you want to go to the gym every day. You review your progress. Are you going to the gym every day? If you figure out that no, you're not going to the gym every day, then there is no how you're going to lose 5 kg by the end of the month. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Exactly. So this key result now, they are now specific and measurable outcome that you will use to now what check your progress towards what's the objective that you have set for yourself. I hope I'm able to
Yes,
answer
ma'am.
your question.
Yes, I get it, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. I get it, ma'am.
Okay, you're welcome. Abimbola.
The mistake, sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. So can we proceed? Emoji, please, to show that we're all together. Okay, okay, excellent. Um, I know I rushed OKR. I sincerely apologize. I just feel that roadmap has a lot that we need to discuss, and I want you guys to understand it. That's why. Sincere apologies, please. So, introduction to product roadmap. From the word product roadmap, what do you understand by it? Let me take one or two response. What do you understand by product roadmap? Anybody? Okay, let's use roadmap. Remove the word product from there. Let's just say roadmap. What is roadmap? Samuel.
Yeah, I think it's the different stages and processes involved in the successful delivery of a product. Like processes and stages involved in product life cycle, from getting the product vision to successfully delivering the product in the market.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you're correct. That mean
Okay. Product roadmap, I can say, is a document that provide information on the product progress, the roles of the teams in achieving in building a successful product.
mm, it's a definition. Sort of half like yeah, okay. Let's get to understand what roadmap is. Um a product roadmap, I said, is a strategic document that outlines the vision, the direction, priority, and progress of a product over time. If one thing you need to even understand, like let's leave all this English, if you want to just know what roadmap is, direction, like roadmap of like one word to just say another word for roadmap is direction. So a product roadmap now would now give you what a directions and priority and progress of a product over time. Or what do you want this product to do by this time? By Q1, by Q2, by quarter three, by quarter four, what do you want this product to do? So a product roadmap will serve as a guide to communicate the plan to both internal team and external stakeholders, ensuring that everyone is aligned on what to be built and how it will be built. So for every company, for every organization, I don't know, especially people that work in the corporate organizations, you hear some of these people complaining that maybe ending of the year, or maybe end of a quarter, or beginning of a quarter, or beginning of the year, they're always talking about how stressful and tedious work is for them. Why is that? Because a lot of organizations are setting roadmap. They don't want you to just enter a new quarter just like that. They are setting what? They're setting plans, they're setting priority, things that need to be done within a particular quarter. Just the same way you do it for a corporate organization. It's the same thing that happen with what? A software product. You have to set roadmap. There's a roadmap for there's the one for a year, there's the one for a quarter. Because you need to communicate and make everybody aligned to, okay, this is what we should be doing, oh, not the one that another person will go and be doing another thing. And product roadmap documents are, should I call it documents? Some people use images. So they just, it's a living document. It is not dead. It's not something that you think you just design and you keep like that. No, it's a living document because you can iterate on it, you can change things, you can bring things, you can remove some certain things. Do you get? So it's a living document that will tell you, oh, what should we do and why should we do it? So there are types of product roadmap. Yeah, out. If you want to say something, there are types of product roadmap. So the first one is outcome based roadmap and future based roadmap. So when I say outcome based roadmap, that means it is value driven. That's another word for outcome based roadmap. Another word for it is called value driven. So an outcome based roadmap would focus on the end results or business and user outcome rather than merely listing futures. It will emphasize on what the impact and the values that the product will deliver to users. And there's some certain characteristics here about an outcome-based roadmap. It will center around measurable and business outcome, e.g., increase user retentions, improve user satisfactions, increase user engagement, reduce churn rates. These are outcome-based roadmap. So another thing with outcome-based roadmap is the specific features or initiative can change as long as the desired outcome is met. Exactly. There's a particular outcome you want to meet, which is what I'm so sorry, background noise. I don't know what's happening outside my house. But can you guys still hear me clearly?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Um so another characteristics of outcome-based roadmap is what the specific features or initiatives can change as long as the desired outcome is met. Let's say, for example, the outcome you have set is you want to increase what user retention. And let's say for you to increase user retention, let me just give you an instance. Maybe there's a product that that does what. Mm, let me say study app. You make people like students read on the app, right? But then they're not even like they come to the app, but they don't study. Maybe they just use. Maybe they will set that they want to study for 1 hour, but they're only studying for like 20 minutes. You can tell that that product users are not you're not retaining users, right? Maybe they are bored, maybe the study session is boring to them and all of that. So now if you want to increase user retention, you have to come up with things or future that will keep them entertained, that they would now stay on the app. Imagine a study app that does not have progress tracking. Users will get tired maybe after 1 week or 2 weeks. They are not seeing their progress, because progress tracking it motivates people. For you to see that, oh, you have studied consistently for 7 days straight. It's a motivation for you that, I studied for 7 days. This is amazing. It will push you forward to want to study more. But just imagine a study app that does not have a progress tracking app. What happened? You cannot retain users there. It's only few people that will stay. Very, very few people that will stay, because humans, the way we are wired, we can easily get distracted. So now that progress tracking app now will now help users stay long, because it can retain users on the app for you. And for you to get like a streak for that particular day, you have to study for 1 hour, because that's the time you set. So now these users that are staying on that app for like 20 minutes and they're just leaving, now they can now stay for 1 hour. And what has happened? You are able to retain these users. And let's assume it's a subscription-based product. And you're getting more money. Your organization is getting money because these people will pay you for it. So what that's an outcome-based roadmap. But another thing is, let's say you input this progress tracking, and progress tracking future is not even enough to retain users. And that's why I said these features can change. If you think, oh, progress tracking is what will retain users, and then you build progress tracking, it is not retaining users. You can change it. You can come up with something again, and you can include it in your roadmap. All because what your desired outcome is to retain users. So you can come up with another feature that you will incorporate on your study app to retain users. So this is an example. Imagine a software as a service. That's the meaning of SaaS, software. Software as a service, yes. Productive tool. Imagine a SaaS productive tool. An outcome-based roadmap might have objectives such as increase user productivity by reducing task completion time. Sorry, just a minute, please. Sorry. An outcome based roadmap might have an objective such as to increase users' productivity by reducing task completion time. So that's the objective now, right? Now the key results could be to reduce average task completion time by 30%. You can see how OKRs is connected to product roadmap. Now, you want to increase the daily active usage by 25%. And then the third one is you want to improve user satisfaction score by 15%. Of course, there could be more than this key result. It's not compulsory that it has to be 3. You can have more than that. You can have less than that, depending on whatever you want to achieve. in that product. So when do you use an outcome-based roadmap? It is best for agile teams that are continuously iterating based on user feedbacks and evolving market needs. Agile, when you hear the word agile, it's something that you are not stagnant. You're not saying, oh, you're not stick to one particular opinion, something that you can iterate over time, you can change over time. Do you understand? And of course, how does this happen? It will be based on what user feedback and the way the market is what evolving. So another type of product roadmap is future based um roadmap. So these are deliverable driven. The other one I said it is value driven. You want to give value to people, but this one it is deliverable driven. That means you want to deliver should I say futures? You want to deliver things that people will be satisfied and they will stay on your app. Let me quickly read this. I said a future-based roadmap lists the specific features or enhancements that will be developed along with timelines for delivery. It will list specific features or enhancements that will be developed along with what timelines for delivery. You want to build a progress tracking feature. This future-based roadmap, it will tell you, oh, by the end of March, this feature will be delivered to the users. So, what are the key characteristics of a future-based roadmap? I said it focuses on what to be built rather than the outcome it will produce. Like they don't really future-based roadmap is they're not concerned. It's not concerned with the impact it will make on people. Their own is to just deliver that thing to you at that particular time that you say you want it. And this type of roadmap, as a product manager, you create it with your team. Some organizations actually share this roadmap with users, while some they try to just keep it on a low with team and maybe stakeholders, that's maybe their investors or something. But this future-based roadmap are mostly generated and displayed and showed towards the team. So the structure around release date, sprint, and milestone exactly. That one is they just want to meet the deadline. So a relatable software example for a mobile messaging app. A future-based roadmap will look like this. So now remember, future-based. So whatever that roadmap is talking about, it to just be future, not the value you want to give. Like I said, it could be, oh, you want to release a progress tracking app in first quarter, second quarter um you want to release, let's say, a study group future. The third quarter you want to release maybe accountability partner future. So you see that it is just only future, nothing else aside future. So this is an example. It might look like this: a launch group chat functionality, introduce voice messaging, roll out end-to-end encryptions. So you see, no impact, no, it's not concerned about the value you want to give out. So when do you use this exactly? I said it's ideal for team with fixed release cycles or when stakeholders required a future plan. So as a product manager, your CEO can just come to you now and say, oh Taiwo, I want you to um give me a roadmap based on all the features that you guys have in your product backlog that you think you have said, oh wait, let's do this, let's do that, or based on user feedback. Your CEO can now say, oh, come up with a product roadmap so that the team will know what they should work on. Then you as a PM, you come up with what your product roadmap, displaying what all the futures that need to be built. Sometimes it's not only one future you build in one quarter. Some some instances it could be let's say two future. That's it depends on how fast your team is and if you are plenty. Of course, if there's one front end, one back end, I don't think it's possible to release more than two futures in a quarter because yeah, in a month, sorry, because you have to test with your users again and you give feedback. So another way this work is, let's say in a quarter you say you want to launch one future, you can have subtasks in that quarter. Maybe there are some of your features that still have bugs, or there are some informations that are missing. Maybe the designer gave the front end guy to input some information on the user interface, but the when the front end guy is doing it, he just neglected everything that the designer gave him and is just inputting his own kind of things and his color. You can take note of all of these things and then impute them as things that um the team needs to work on in quarter one. Do you get? So it could not just, it's not only future, you can also include maybe bugs you notice within a particular future so that it can be fixed within that quarter. So there are best practices for creating what a dynamic and a living roadmap. Okay. There are best practices for creating a dynamic and a living roadmap. Remember, I told you roadmap is not something that you think you can just create and you think that, oh, for this year, this is the only thing we will do. This is not a waterfall. If you're working for a waterfall, people that use waterfall framework, what I mean by waterfall is maybe those kind of organizations that if they set something and say, this is what we are going to do for this year, that's what they are going to, they will not change it. If the market is evolving, if users' preference are changing, or if users are saying they want something, they will not change it. They are stick to whatever plan they have set for themselves. Sorry, let me tell these guys to reduce their voice. It's distracting me. So if you are in a agile team, of course your roadmap, it's living, is not dead. You remove some things, you will change some things, you would impute some things. Do you get? So a dynamic roadmap, it's not a static document. It evolves based on what new insights, market trends, and user feedback. It will be changing. If you guys have set something, maybe you are set for like things you want to do for the whole fourth quarter. In quarter two, users can start asking for particular things, or maybe the market is changing, the market trends is changing. You as the product manager, you go back to your roadmap because you don't want to be left behind. You go back to your roadmap and change one or two things based on what users demand and market trends. So what are the best practices for creating a dynamic and a living roadmap? You have to keep it user focused. Yeah, user focused, not your opinion. So even if you are setting this roadmap, if you say, oh, quarter one, you want to launch a group chat functionality, ensure that it is based on what users demand. Some of these features, I know that users will not request for it. If it's your idea or the team idea and you have conducted user research and oh, they are cool with it, fine, you can impute it inside your roadmap, right? So you need to make sure that it is always tie roadmap items back to solving user pain points or delivering customer value. Solving user pain points, that's maybe problem that they, oh god, I'm so sorry, guys. Um, so you have to keep it user focused, right? So always start your roadmap items back to solving user pain points. That's whatever struggles they are having or delivering customer value. So, for example, if analytics shows that users struggle with tax management, you have to prioritize features that simplify what tax organization. So, in your roadmap now, what should be like at the top will be what a feature that will prioritize tax organization, not the one that you want to build. Users are complaining about tax management, then tax organization future is now in the fourth quarter. Your competitors will just take advantage of that one and they will leave your products. Competitors will just take advantage of that, build it, and your users will leave your product and go to your competitors' products. So you need to make sure that it is user focused, not the one that your CEO will say, "Oh, let's do this." Please don't fall for that trap. Lest I forget, your CEO can just come now and tell you that, "Oh, let's do this future, this quarter." Please, you can say no to your CEO without being rude. Give him reasons why, oh, you cannot do this future because these users are requesting for this, so we have to do this first before we come to your request. Even your CEO request, you need to make sure that it's user focused. If he just bring his opinion from his head, you people did not conduct user research. I think I've shared my experience with you. You will just build fine future and nobody will use it. So you need to make sure that your roadmap is aligned with what business goals. So you need to ensure that every item on your roadmap supports what overall business objective. Every item, not some item, every single item on your roadmap must support what the overall business objective. Not that your business objective is A and then your roadmap is now B. No, your roadmap has to be A because they have to just align together. So yeah, every ensure that every item on your roadmap supports overall business objectives and long-term product vision. So, for instance, I said if a company's strategic goal is to increase market share in a remote work tool, the roadmap might emphasize what collaboration future. Then embrace flexibility. This is what I've really been talking about. Be ready to change things in your roadmap. You need to design the roadmap as a living document, regularly review it and update it based on performance metrics, customer feedback, and changing market conditions. Use what iterative planning methods such as quarterly reviews to adjust priority. This is another mistake I see that a lot of people do, which is what visual clarity and transparency. If a team, if for whatever roadmap you create, just from the glimpse, just from the fact that your team are looking at it, they should be able to understand it immediately. Immediately. Some people will spend too much time designing that it's only them that understand what their roadmap is all about. Use relatable charts so that your team can understand what your roadmap is that you're setting for them, not the one that you will now be explaining again what your roadmap is all about. It should not work that way, please. So use clear and visual format like Gantt charts, swarm lines, and timeline reviews to communicate the roadmaps. So what is Gantt charts? Gantt charts like let me see, let me show you guys. Let me show you what Gantt chart is so you can get. Can you see my screen? I believe you should. See, um, okay. So You can have something like this as your product roadmap. Let me pick one so you can see it clearly. Mm, What's this one again? Nope. So I'm just trying to, but I don't know if you can see it from here. Is it this side? Let's see. While we wait for it to load, so you can use stuff like Gantt charts, swarm lines, or timeline used to communicate the product roadmap. So what are the tools you can now use to create product roadmap? You can use product plan. There's something called roadmap, and there's something called Jira Advanced Roadmap. You can also use Canva. You can use Excel spreadsheets if you are good with the whole designing thing. You can use Excel spreadsheets to create a product roadmap. You can also use is it Miro they call it? Yeah, you can use Miro too for your product roadmap. They would help, yes, they will help you in creating a visual roadmap that are easy to understand. Some people even use text. Some people use Confluence to um just write the product roadmap. But you know the way the human brain works now. Um when it is visually appealing, they can easily like get something. It's not everybody that likes to scroll. They will just want all the information to be fully displayed in an image. Then you need to communicate frequently. Very, very important. Don't think because you have created a roadmap and then you will just leave it like that and you expect your developers and your team to, oh, since they've seen it in the first meeting, that is all. No. So for my organization, what we even do is for every stand-up meeting we have, we we paste our roadmap like on the, because we have like this power slide where you state what you are meant to do for the week, and then there's a progress tracking to show, oh, this is what you have done, this is the things you have not done, and all of that. But before you get to that part, our product roadmap is displayed, like there's an image there that everybody see. So what are we doing? That process where we display it because every week we have that meeting, you're seeing it. So what we are doing is we are communicating frequently about um our roadmap. We're trying to check, oh, are we still in track of what we are doing? If maybe one or two things change, of course, me as a product manager, I would go back, edit it, and based on whatever edits that I do, I will still come and paste it there. And so there's no way that as a team you will not even see that every time. So share updates with all stakeholders regularly to maintain alignment, set up recurring meetings or digital dashboards that track progress. Exactly like what I just explained that we do. So if I make changes, it's not like I just keep quiet. Of course, I will also discuss it in that meeting that or two one or two things so that everybody is aligned and we all understand where we are going to. Because if you don't communicate, these developers don't think they read everything. No, they don't read everything. If you don't tell them, they will act like they don't know. So it's very important to communicate this roadmap to them frequently, even to your designers, even to your marketers. So we have some roadmap we have some roadmap prioritization techniques. But before I go to this roadmap prioritization techniques, is there any question? Da, da, da. Um, so I'm trying to read one of the charts. Okay, no question. So we have the roadmap prioritization techniques. So based on the roadmap you have set, of course, there are some certain things that need to be done. That's the stuff not load. Trying to show you guys how a Gantt chart looks like. Let me see this one if I can get timeline. Review roadmap. So this is how a timeline review roadmap is. So to tell you what needs to be done with a particular date or year. You can see, well, they didn't use English to write this one, but everything that needs to be done is included with what the year. Of course, you can change this year into quarters. Some people have just some products have one goal for a quarter, just one goal. Some products will have more than one goal for a quarter. So depending on whatever product you are working on. So we have roadmap prioritization techniques. So choosing which items to build next can be challenging, exactly because you have too much users. Users are sending you what they want. Your CEO is also giving you what he thinks you should do. Market market is changing. Market trend is changing. You want to incorporate that. Also, you as the PM, you're also having ideas. So when you want to build something, everything it can be very challenging to decide. Oh, so which one should we even do first? Right? And there are three roadmap prioritization method you can use to decide what should be built next. We have RISE, we have ICE, and we have WSTJF. Also, forgotten what that means. Okay, weighted shortest job first. I've not used that though. So you can use any of these three methods to prioritize which future you want to build first. You just have to pick one, not like you will pick the three. Anyone that you are more comfortable with, like me, I am more familiar with rice prioritization method. And what is rice? I said it is reach, impact, confidence, and effort. So what this does it will help you quantify the value of a future or initiative. Let's say you have more than five future, right? So these rice prioritization techniques now it will help you to do what to quantify the value of a future. Which one needs to be built first? Basically, that's what's all about. So what you do is you multiply reach, impact, and confidence, and then divide it by effort. I know some of you that don't like maths will be looking at it like, what is maths doing again in product management? It's not serious calculation, don't worry. So let's say, for example, a collaboration tool. So they consider that's a collaboration tool, that's the product now. They are considering a new feature such as what smart calendar integration. They want to input this smart calendar integration into what their collaboration tool. So the reach there is 50,000 users. That's based on this collaboration tool that they have, that's the product. They've been able to reach what 50,000 people, right? And then the impact is 4. That's on a scale of 1 to 5, where 5 is the highest impact. So they've been able to impact 4 people, like 4. That's like I said on a scale of 1 to 5, where 5 indicates the highest, and of course 4 will do what indicates what second to the highest. And then their confidence is what 80%. How did they get this confidence? So it's more like they've conducted what a user research on that smart calendar integration. And based on that user research, people have actually agreed that maybe 80% of people, but of course, now when you use this spy thing on Google Form, let's say, for example, you ask the users, is this something that they want? And then 80% out of these 50,000 people said yes. Their confidence is what? 80%. And of course, if you're having 80% people agreeing to something, that means it's a go ahead that you should go and build that stuff. That you should go and build that future, right? So their confidence is what? 80%. And then the effort is 5% per week. That's the time required to implement the future. They need 5% to build that future. Maybe you have two developers, um that's front end and back end. You have two designers for it, and let's say one product manager, right? So the effort required is, let's say, 5 people. So people also use effort as time duration too. So what you do here is to multiply 50,000. Oh, that which is supposed to be 5,000 or 50,000. So what you do is you multiply 5,000 times 4,000, then your confidence, which is 0.8, you divide it by 5, you get 160,000. So 160,000 divided by 5, you will get 32,000. Don't worry. I think in the future, in this other slide, we'll talk about how to use this scores, because I know it will be looking strange, right? In as much as you know that it's a prioritization techniques, I will also tell you how to use it. Um, to the next prioritization techniques, that let's say, oh, you're not comfortable with rice, you don't like rice prioritization techniques, you want to pick ice, and ice is what impacts confidence and is. So in ice there's no reach, there's no effort. So when you say ice, it's talking about what? A simplified version of what? Rice, that removes reach, making it useful for quick decision making. So what you do is you compare I scores for futures to decide priorities. So one thing with all of these calculations, why is all of these calculations even important? Like I said, you have 5 futures. You want to decide on which one to do. You've conducted user research and all of that. And let's say for this smart calendar integration, you're getting 32,000. The other one, you are getting let's say you want to work on another future, and then you're now getting the rice answer, you're now getting like let's say 28,000. The fact that you got 32,000 for the smart calendar integration, it shows that it has the most highest priority, like the most, it indicates the most highest value. So what it's telling you now is you should work on that first. A simplified version, okay, I've said this already. So the ICE formula is impact times confidence divided by is. So let's assume you want to evaluate a future like dark mode in an app. So on a scale of 1 to 5, you've been able to impact what? 4 people, and your confidence is 80%. That means you've done this user research. 80% of these people say, oh, they like this future, right? And the effort is what? 5% per week. Same calculation, you're getting 0.64. And then we have what's the weighted shortest job first. What this does is to prioritize work based on value delivered relative to effort required, commonly used in what? Agile framework. So the formula for this is business value times criticality plus risk reduction divided by effort. I've honestly not used this before, but I had to impute this because in your curriculum it was stated that I talk about it. I'm just even seeing it for the first time. So, weighted shortest up first. So for an e-commerce platform, mobile app updates, right? So the business value, the mobile updates um for an e-commerce platform, if they're able to update this app, the business value the platform is going to get, it will be 8 out of 10, right? And then the time criticalities, it's 7 out of 10, which is seasonal, promotional, upcoming. Then the risks reduction, which is 6 out of 10, mitigates high churn risks. Then the effort is 5% per week. You input all of these values together, and whatever value you get, I honestly don't understand this with shortest job first. Please, if you don't do, it's something I would check maybe after this meeting. And then if you have any question, please just, maybe if you have a question about this particular prioritization techniques, you can just drop it on Slack, then I will answer it. But for now, I don't think I have answer for it. So how do you use this course? For the rice, a higher score suggests that the future has significant reach, impact, and confidence relative to the effort required, right? So in this example, I said a rice score has 32%. So it indicates what? High priority. If, for example, a rice score is, you for another future, you're having a rice score to be 29,000 or maybe 25,000, you will not want to work on that future. You focus more on what? A rice score future that has 32%, 32,000, because what? It indicates what? High priority compared to the other one that has what? 25,000. And then ICE is a quick way to gauge the potentials of a future. So here, a score of 0.64 can be compared against other future to determine relative priority. And then WSJF, it is used especially in agile environment. A higher WSJF score means that the future deliver value quick quickly relatively to its efforts. Then a WSGF score of 4.0 indicates that the calendar integration is valuable and time sensitive. This particular feature, this particular prioritization technique, I'm not even familiar with it at all. Before we go to the essence of roadmap prioritization techniques, any question? Why do you even have to do these prioritization techniques? Before we go to, I'm not talking to myself. Okay. Yay! Is the same as efforts. That was an error from my end. Sorry, Samuel. Hmm. You see all of these prioritization techniques thing. I think when you start to work and maybe you put all of this to practice, like we say, you learn something, pick a just for the problem you have decided to solve, pick features that you think should be in that product, right? You can also do user research based on that, maybe some certain features. Maybe you can go further and do another user research, asking people, oh, what these are the features you want to include in this app. Is it something they are cool with? And then based on that user research, you can now prioritize them, practice it, use these prioritization techniques. Because now I know all this grammar that I'm speaking. It's not everybody that understands it. But if you're able to put all of this to practice, you will you can, like, you will be able to relate more with it. So what is the essence of roadmap prioritization techniques? Because I know some of you will just be wondering, like, all these numbers, what should I use it to do? So the essence of this course is to provide what? A quantitative way to compare and prioritize different features or initiatives. They will help you determine which features will deliver the most value relatively to the effort required. Here's what you should do with these values. Damilola, your hands are up. If you want to speak, go ahead, please.
So that was a mistake.
Okay. So we have so what should you do with all of these values you've gotten? You want to what rank your futures, right? So you have to compare the scores of various futures using RISE, ICE, or WSJF prioritization techniques. That's depending on which of them you pick. It's not the three you will use. Or let me say that again. It's just one. Choose the one that you're more comfortable with. I mean, I'm more comfortable with rice and ice, but in as much as I know ice, I pick rice all the time. So this WSGF, I've never used it before. So pick the one you're more comfortable with, right? A higher score generally indicates a higher priority. For example, if calendar integration has a right score of 32,000 and another feature has 25,000, you prioritize what calendar integration because it has what a higher score. That way, you are not prioritizing this thing based on your opinion, but it is based on what your research and your user research basically. Then allocate resources. Um okay. Allocation of resources. So use this cost to decide where to invest your limited resources, maybe your time, budget, and manpower, right? So you focus on futures with higher scores since they promise greater impact and value. And then you make your what data driven decisions. So these scores remove some of the guesswork exactly by providing an objective measures. They will help you avoid bias by quantifying reach, impact, and effort. The numbers of people you want to reach, the numbers of impacts you want to make, and um, the required energy or time required to put that in place. So another essence of this roadmap prioritization techniques is that it's aligned with what strategy. So you want to ensure that your high priority future supports what your overall product visions and your business strategy. If a business scores high but does not align with your long-term goal, it might need to be reevaluated. Very important. If the fact that it's high, you're having 32,000 as calendar. Let's assume calendar integration now. And calendar integration future is not aligned with what your business vision and strategy. You need to like reevaluate it before you start building. Are you sure it's something that you want to do? The fact that it's not even aligning with your vision and your strategy, what does it mean? You have to remove it. Except if you and your CEO want to start going to another path again. Then you iterate and reassess as market conditions, user feedbacks, or internal capabilities changes. Update your estimates and recalculate the scores. This makes your roadmap a living document that's what evolves over time. Things can change based on that future that you think you want to do. If maybe, let me say you got 32,000 as your results in, let's say, in January, and then by June, let's say in January, yeah, you got 32,000, and let me say it's just among part of the features you want to build for for the year, right? And let's say by June, you guys now decide that, oh, you want to build that. So people even advise that before you even build that future that you have set for, let me say, the second quarter of the year, still conduct another user research, because markets change, user feedbacks are changing. So if you conduct another user feedback and maybe by January it's something that makes sense, and then by June it's something that it's no longer a problem for people, or maybe a government policy came and changed everything, of course you will not want to build that. So some people even suggest before you even build the next future in that your roadmap, you still make another user research. So as a product manager, you don't get tired of doing user research, so that you will not build opinion based products. And then another thing is communicating roadmaps to internal team and stakeholders. I want to ask a question. So based on all of this roadmap we have been talking about, um why do you think it's important to communicate it to the team? Why do you think it's very important to communicate your roadmap to your team? I want to get your feedback, please. Nobody.
Yeah, to bring every member of the team into alignment so that they will know what is expected and when is expected, that everybody can be brought in unity. So we're working together to achieve a common goal and also meet the needs of our end users.
Okay, okay. Another person. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Dami. Another person. I want to be sure we really understand this thing. That's why I'm asking this question. And you people don't want to answer me. I need more responses, please. Go ahead, please. Ask your question.
Okay, good evening, Cecil Funmilayo. Is that a question? I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I said it's not a question, it's just an answer to your
Sorry, yeah, yeah.
question.
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So I think one of the reasons why if, as a product manager, our team needs to be aware of the roadmap or carried along about the roadmap is to also ensure that they are up to date about any changes, any updates, because yes, is the basic idea is to foster alignment and collaboration, like we are working on one goal, but also it's to also give constant updates. Just like what you said, the roadmap is like a living document. So as much as possible, we keep iterating it, and also as we are iterating it, the team has to be aware. So they have to be like constantly aware about all the changes from time to time. For me, that's what I think. Thank you very much.
I love your answer. It is so detailed. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oluwatobi Loba. Another person. Let me take the last person. Another person. You don't want to talk. Okay. Since you don't want to talk, let me just proceed.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Ogechi. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Effective
Good evening.
is important. Can you hear me? Effective communication is important, to ensure alignment and reduce misunderstanding, and also to be able to deliver a successful product.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Ogechi. So, Ini Oluwa Olatunji said for stakeholders, it is to manage their expectations and delivery time. For the dev team, it is to keep them aware of this delivery time, yes, so that they won't complain. To literally be seeing the expectations. Exactly, exactly. Dami said it makes the team work in alignment with the goals you have set. Awesome. Um, so communicating roadmaps to internal teams and stakeholders. What the notification sound? Some developers don't read the documents. Exactly. They don't read this thing though. You need to talk. If you don't talk, you just be wasting your time writing writing documents that they will not read. You know those developers guys, you need to always be ready for them. Communicating roadmap to internal teams and stakeholders. Yeah. So effective communications of your roadmap is key to ensure alignment and across and support across the organization. So what are the best practices for communications? Tailor presentations for different audience. The roadmap you will give your developer team is different from the roadmap you create for your executive. It's different from the roadmap you create for your sales. It's different from the roadmap you create for your customers. That's if you want to share. It's not every organization that share roadmap for customers, but it should be tailored to your different audience. Because the roadmap you give your executive, it will be very detailed, telling them actually your investors too, to be very, very detailed. But when you're writing all this English, developers will be looking at you like your team designers will be like, what is this one? Just show us the image. Let's just so they can just see, like when they just look at it, they understand that oh, quarter one, this is what we're doing, quarter two, that is all. So see now for the executive, they said you use a high level overview, exactly, that emphasize the business impact, strategic alignment, and key outcome. When you're writing a roadmap for your executive, you're not gonna be telling the executive that let me say you're including informations like make it bug free by 15%. Um, design this user interface for like you cannot just be telling your executive about all of those bugs, informations, and maybe when it should go on iOS or the Play Store. You cannot include all of those ones, all this kind of information for executive because it's not their business. They just want to see the impact it's going to make, the strategic alignment, and the results that will happen if you're able to, if you guys are able to what do the things on the roadmap. Engineering and product teams. You provide a detailed roadmap with timeline, dependencies, and technical milestone. Exactly. You need to include technical milestones for them. Tell them the timelines when it needs to be done and what they will be depending on throughout that process to get a particular um maybe quarter, whatever goal you set for a quarter for it to be achieved. Then sales and marketing. So you focus on upcoming futures and release dates to support their go-to marketing strategies. So for like the sales and marketing team now, you as a product manager, whatever roadmap you are giving them now, it will help them to maybe create an advert or come up with any maybe release or informations to that they can give to what the customers so that they can be aware of that product. So Each audience have what their own roadmaps. Then you have customers. That's if applicable, because for like the product I work on, we don't for now we don't give our users roadmap. Please, we are scared of fuck ups. If something is not gonna work out well now, users will just come and jack us on our neck. So we don't provide roadmaps. I think companies that even give their users roadmaps are organizations that are very big already. I don't know. I don't think startup actually release these roadmaps to users, because anything can happen along the way, and it's not users' business. Their own is they just want to see, oh, you say you're going to do this. Why did you not do that? So some of these startup companies just even avoid scenarios like that. They don't give um customers roadmap. But it is great though if you give your customers product roadmap. It is great because you make them anticipate for things that your product want to do. So share a public roadmap that highlights upcoming improvements to build trust and transparency. Yeah, upcoming improvements you can do that, but let's say future and all of that. More, I don't know, but for my company we don't do that. Sha. Then the second thing is the best way you can also communicate your roadmap is by using visual tools. Yeah, I say you can use tools like Product Plan, Roadmonk, Jira Advanced Roadmap, Canva, Mirror. They can help you create what a visual representations, and these visual representations could be in Gantt charts, timelines, and swarmlines that makes complex roadmap easy to understand. When I mean complex roadmap, that means, or maybe you have talk about all of these things on Google Doc. You have written 4 to 5 page. Do you know your 4 to 5 page you can actually talk about all of those things in a concise term in an image in a visual tool. And if you put it in a visual tool, what happens? People can easily understand your roadmap. Even if it's me, you bring 4 pages Google Doc roadmap to me. If it's not because I'm the PM, I'll just be, I don't have choice to read it. But honestly, yeah, I will not be happy that somebody brought that to me. So you need to make sure that it is not complex, please. And even your design, let us be able to read your roadmap design, not the one that you design and somebody will not still understand what you design. If it's what you want to achieve, let's say a particular future, make the text way bigger with a particular color, and then maybe whatever subtasks that you want to achieve in that quarter, then you can use like a smaller text. That way I can easily glance that, oh, at quarter 1 these are the main things you want to do. And then we have yeah, interactive dashboards. You can use interactive dashboards using tools like Notion or Miro can facilitate collaborative discussion. So basically what this is talking about is you have created this your roadmap that is not complex. You can actually communicate using what Miro or Notion. You can discuss about your roadmap, maybe give comment. If let's say you set some particular features and developers have 1 or 2 questions, you can, instead of, some people can hop on a call, while some people they can just even drop a comment on that particular feature saying, asking you 1 or 2 questions about it. Then regular updates and review. Schedule regular check-ins or quarterly review to update stakeholders on the progress and adjust roadmap as needed. I already told you, roadmap is not dead. It's just like PRD. I don't know. Have you guys talked about PRD? As Felipe talked about PRDs with you guys.
No, no, not
Oh,
sure.
okay. Oh, okay. Think you will do that. So what's PRD? PRD is product requirement documents. It's all these things that we're talking about. All of these topics that we're talking about, it will be um a PRD will entail all of this, right? Section by section. So just the way a PRD is a living document, that's the same way a roadmap is a living document, because things are changing. Your roadmap can change. If your roadmap change, you will go and edit your PRD. You will put the new updated PRD in your the new updated roadmap in your PRD. So honestly, I think for every documentation you write as a PM, don't even think it is dead. Don't think it's documents that you just write and keep just like that. Maybe after 6 months, it's surprising, but after 6 months, they can tell you that, oh, go and change this thing from these documents. So our documents are not always dead. That's why people always say, keep it in handy. Don't think you write it and just you don't even know where the folder is. No, you have to make sure that you have it around and you are always cross-checking it to make sure that whatever you are building is aligned with what you have written, and if there's anything you want to change, you can easily go there and change it, and if there's anything you want to remove, you can easily remove it. So yeah, regular updates and review. You have to schedule regular check-ins or quarterly reviews to update stakeholders on progress and adjust the roadmap as needed. Then share success metrics and feedback collected from users to demonstrate progress towards strategic goals. Share success metrics and feedback collected from users. Mm, so for every feedback you've gotten from your users, right? You need to um discuss it with your team, right? Don't just keep quiet. Talk about it with your team and let them know where you are winning and places where you need to work on. Then clear documentation. Provide a one-page summary or executive brief along with a detailed roadmap to highlight key objectives and milestones. Yeah, I told you the image, like they can be able to see, they can easily tell what you want to do from that image. But you can also go further, and maybe there's some certain information that you still want to talk about. You can also go further to create a one page one page summary doc. Let me just scare it again. Developers and designers, they don't like reading. So you can share just a summarized one page summary to give them what a detailed highlight of the key objective and the milestone. Then another thing you want to do is to maintain a change log to document adjustments and decisions over time. Exactly. Make sure that you can easily change your documentations and whatever decision that is placed on your roadmap over time. So there's an hands-on activity here, and it sort of connects with what you did in your previous assignments, which was user research you conducted. So I said, based on your user research we conducted, create a product vision, a dynamic um product roadmap that is aligned with your what OKRs. You will also set OKRs. So you're doing three things. You would write a product vision, you would come up with a product roadmap, right? And then you're also coming up with a what and OKRs. And all of these things are the things that I discussed this week. So you have to put them to practice. So you're using the problem you identified during your research as the foundation for your vision, roadmap, and OKRs, not strategy. OKRs actually. So if you did not, so don't think you just go and pick another problem. Or it has to align with that problem that you have picked before. Any question first about the class before I ask question about the hands-on activity? Yeah, Oyemi.
Yeah, thank you very much, our tutor. Please,
You're
can you
welcome.
just shed more light on the types of the roadmap we have and how they connect with themselves. Please. Thanks.
Okay. So let me just go back to that slide. I said we have outcome based and future based roadmap. Another word for outcome based here is value driven, right? And here I said an outcome based roadmap focus on the end result of business and user outcome rather than merely listing future. So let's say for example now, for a particular product you want to let me not use this example, let me give you another relatable example. You want to, what's the word, I don't know why I cannot pick one example, it's not coming to my head, but can you just use this one? You want to increase your user productivity by reducing task completion time. Let's say whenever they come to your app now, they spend so much time to complete a particular task. So now you want to reduce it. That is that's an outcome, right? Okay, no, I just remembered one example now. You want to increase your user retention, right? Maybe you figure out that I gave an example of a study app. You figure out that, oh, users are coming to your app, right? Remember, a study app is where people should read, and then people are supposed to spend a minimum of 1 hour on that app to study, but they are spending less than 1 hour. Maybe they're spending 20 minutes. Of course, you know that from your analytics, you can tell that, oh, you are not getting user retention. So then you will now decide that, okay, you want to increase your user retention. How do you do it? That is where, now, that is the objective. The objective here is you want to increase user retention because you notice that people are not staying on your app, right? Then for a future-based roadmap now, if you want to increase this user retention now, hey, sorry, my words are really mixed. Let me just chill and try to explain this thing. Just hold on, please. Okay. Your outcome now is you want to make impacts and you want to give users values, right? So let's say one impact you want to make for your product is you want to increase a user retention. Fine. You notice that people are not staying on your app. What are the things you need to do to make sure that people stay on the app? That is where future-based roadmap will now come in, because some of these impacts, some of this value you want to give users, you might have to incorporate a future. And this feature will be, for this app now, will be, let's say you want to um, put a progress tracking. You want to incorporate a progress tracking feature, and then you want to input what accountability partner feature. Now you have come up with two feature. The fact that let's say your developers and your design and build these two features. Now you incorporate it to the app. Now those users that are spending 20 minutes on the app, they are now able to spend 1 hour on the app. So that way you've been able to gain what your user retention on that app. But another thing about this future-based roadmap, like I said it's a deliverable driven roadmap. So what this is all about is it does not even care about, oh, you want to increase retention, it wants to satisfy users. What it's just so focused about is which feature should we build first, which one should we not build first. Unlike outcome based, that it will be, oh, first quarter you're saying The first thing you want to do is you want to use increase user retention. The second thing you want to do is you want to increase user satisfaction. But user-based roadmap, it does not really care about all of those things. What is just so focused on is which feature should we build first, which one should we build next. Do you understand?
Okay, well noted. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Sorry it took me some time to pass this to answer your question. Um any other question? I'm so sorry. I've sent it to Dami. I sent it before this meeting. I think like 7 p.m. That's when I sent the slide. I'm so sorry. You get it today. You will get it. You will get it.
It's already on the on Slack.
I've sent, I've sent it to the platform already.
Okay, okay. So sorry for
No
sending
problem.
it late. Any other question? Okay. If you don't have question about the class, how about question on I showed you an image of how, let me show you an image of how roadmap is. Don't type roadmap, oh please. It's mostly visual, it's mostly like a visual document. Something like this. This is Gantt chart. This is one type of roadmap, right? Um I don't know if time permits because we're actually working on time because we already set the class to be 8 week. If time permits and there's still more time, I can actually just come up with a maybe like 30 to 40 minutes class. Or maybe even if I'm less busy, I can just make a video illustrating how to create a product roadmap, maybe using any of these tools I've mentioned, Canva, Roadmap, or Product Plan. Trying to show you something. So then can you see my screen? I'm trying to show you how it looks like.
Yes, ma'am.
There are different types. See this one, so it's timeline. This one is a timeline roadmap. So anyone that works well for you, anyone you choose to pick. Some people do something fancy as this. I don't know why they're not using English to write this stuff. But see, so of course the team know that this is the one we're supposed to start with, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by then this one is the last one. But of course, things can change. This second one now can come to this last one, and this last one can come to this second one. Do you get? Based on what market trends and user feedback. Um. So yeah, is there any question for the hands-on activity?
Sorry, I think I have another question as regard the roadmap.
Okay.
So basically on the hand-on activities, since we are meant to use a software tools for the roadmap, according to what you said right now, like Canva and the likes. So how do we now intend to do the assignments since you can't actually use a document for roadmap? And like
But you
me
can
now, I
actually
don't know how to use any product and tools for now.
let me see. Let me check YouTube if
Okay.
we can because I'm sure there will be videos out there on how to create a roadmap, and I will just share you the link. Come in, trying to load it. It's loading. Sorry. Beside that, while we wait for this to load, any other question? Um, any other question?
Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Please, the assignments before, the previous assignment. The link
Yeah.
that you say we should attach, I didn't attach mine like separately. I kind of hyperlink it in uh like my I use Google Survey. So that Google Form survey, I hyperlinked my link to that word. So I don't know if you're able to see it. Then for the responses, I hyperlink or there's a response there, a word response. So I hyperlink mine there. So I don't know if that's accepted. Hello?
You did what?
Yeah, I said the previous assignments. Like,
Did you say you did?
eh?
I think she's
Hello?
talking about. She said,
Go ahead. Close.
"Okay, okay, she can talk, please."
Okay, I said I hyperlinked mine on the words. I didn't paste the link separately. So I don't know if that's acceptable. I have to paste the link separately.
No, if it's hyperlinked, then I don't think it's a problem now. I think it's something I can still access.
All right.
And so yes, you can just come on YouTube to check how see I just showed how to create a roadmap for a product. I can see there are different this is part of the tools I say we can use roadmap. So and see the 3 minutes video. So you can see that it doesn't take time, right? You can get different type here. And then speaking about something, Seth, I just got I just remember something. Please, you people should listen to podcasts too. It will also help your learning process. Just seeing this product school podcast, I just remember that when I just started my career path in product management, I was always listening to all these product podcasts, and it actually helped me a lot. So that time and energy you're using to listen to music, please, even if it's 1 hour, just listen to all of these podcasts. They really help. They go a long way. So you can use any tool.
How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat.
I did an actual boat. I thought Grammarly just fixed grammar. They make
Sorry. So yeah. Anything else? Oh yeah, product school. What's this guy called? There's product school. There is Penny Lee podcast or so. Let me see. I would compile the names and send it to Dami. Then she'll share it to you guys on Slack. If that's fine. Okay, Samuel. Okay. So I don't have any question, right? And I think we can just call it a night. Anyway, we take the next class, and then I think I have just one more class with you guys, and I would wrap it up. And we will um continue from there. And okay, so another thing, I like feedback a lot. Just so you know, this is actually my first time I am taking like a cohort instructor, and I would like to get feedback also on how you think my teaching experience is, so that I learn from it and I get to improve myself. So I don't know, maybe when you're less busy, you can just drop your feedback on Slack channel, and maybe I will just read it. Or maybe during my last class, we can discuss about that. Give me your feedback so that I can learn from it too. Okay. So aside that, I think let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate, and I like the consistency. Like I can see some certain people's faces here, and it's awesome that you guys want to really learn this thing. Please learn. Oh, there's money in tech. You just have to be patient. Be patient and resilient, and before you know, you start earning your money too. Okay, Ogechi, your hands are up. Oh, that's a mistake, I guess. So yeah, good night, everybody.
All right, good night. Bye.
Good night.
Good
Thank you
night.
very much, ma'am. Good night,
You're
everyone.
welcome.